Okay, we are back here, my dear friend, my dear knitters, to show you something completely different. Today I'm going to show you how to do mirror image Portuguese knitting. And you are going to ask me, why do I want to learn mirror image Portuguese knitting or knitting for left-handed people? And the answer is, one, I just said, because maybe you are a left-handed person, your dominant hand is the left, and this might be easier for you. Secondly, because the way I knit normally, and I have been showing this for so long, uses mostly the left thumb. In this mirror image Portuguese knitting, you're going to use the right thumb instead. So everything is going to be, like I'm saying, as if you look yourself in the mirror. It's going to be the reflection of what I do. Okay, so I have here a sample with stitches on the needle. Instead of the stitches being on my left hand, the stitches are going to be on my right hand. Okay. So here are my stitches on my left hand. My working yarn is going to come from the work from right to left around my knitting pin. So you see how I set up normally with, with the other videos that I have. Instead of the yarn coming from left to right, in this instance is going to be a mirror image, is going to come from right to left of the knitting pin. And then around my left hand for tensioning. Because I am not a left-handed person, I need to weave the yarn more times here to hold on to the tension. I also talked about this, on my stranded knitting class, where you use one color in each hand. This is what we're going to do. We're going to have the ball of yarn and my working yarn weaving through my left hand now. And now I'm going to get my empty needle. I'm going to teach you the knit stitch first. So I have to dive the left hand needle under the working yarn. And I'm going to teach you exactly how I taught you the other way. I'm going to slide the first stitch as if to purl, just from one needle to the other. Okay, so I slide one stitch from the right to the left, just to show you that I want this yarn on top or behind the left hand needle. Now in order to knit, and this might be easier for you too, you're going to insert as to knit, just like the other two styles, the German or the English. I bring my yarn here on this cross and I hold the yarn behind and scoop towards the front. Okay, let me do this again. Yarn is on top of the left hand needle. I'm going to insert the right hand needle in front or the left hand needle behind, either way. I'm going to wrap the yarn and scoop towards me. The yarn keeps on top of the left hand needle. Again, insert in the back, bring the yarn this way from the bottom up, and bring this knit stitch too, from right to left. Do you see that I'm trying to keep this yarn on top of the left hand needle all the time? Let's do this one more time. I'm gonna insert my left hand needle in the back of the right. Now with my right thumb, I move the yarn from the bottom up and scoop that stitch towards me. That's the knit stitch. I'm going to do a couple more. And here it is. This is the knit stitch. You can also watch the video over and over again and see how that, how I repeat that several times. Now I'm going to teach you the mirror image purl. You see I moved the right thumb instead, which is the same movement. See, instead of moving my left thumb, the yarn starts below the left hand needle. Insert as if to purl. From the top down, pull the stitch. Insert from the top down, pull the stitch. Insert from the top down, pull the stitch. So you're pulling that needle, the left hand needle, through and away from you. That's the purl stitch. Okay, so by not moving your left thumb, if you have arthritis, if you have any problems with your left thumb, try mirror image Portuguese style, and then you're going to use your right thumb instead. All right. Here is, we did knit stitches and we did purl stitches, completely mirror image of what I showed you in the past. So I hope this is useful to you. Even again, if you don't have problems with your thumbs, but you are a left-handed knitter right now, you can try Portuguese left-hand knitting. Another instance I want to talk to you about this is it might be very useful when you do interlock. Interlock is a technique. Let me show you the book. Here, I have the sample, which is a sock. This is the interlock technique. So you're going to knit one little square at a time, and they have very little number of rows. Instead of you knitting 3 stitches, turn, purl 3 stitches, turn, knit 3 stitches, turn, you can knit back and forth without turning. So you're knitting, empty your needles from right to left, and then mirror image left to right, and you never turn. It makes the interlock technique very, very easy. Okay, so that would be another instance that would be useful for you. If you like to do that, I have done an entire backpack on interlock, and that's how I did. I never turn my work. I go back and forth without turning. So here you go, some examples, some instances that might be useful to you. I appreciate if you leave me a comment, if you subscribe to my channel, and give me a like, okay? I will talk to you on the next video.